What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in and watching. I love every single one of you guys, and I appreciate your appreciation of my videos. And we're gonna talk about a technique that I been using. I don't use it as much anymore, but I used it for a little while, and it did magic to me, man. Magic on so many levels, and I'm gonna tell you why. I understand why now. I understand why. And I'm gonna tell you why. At the time I didn't know, I just knew it worked because if I felt it, it gave me results. The technique is talking to yourself in the mirror, right? So if you have something that you wanna say to yourself, then you look at yourself in the mirror and you say whatever it is that you wanna say, right? Hey, Saeed, you're only from now on gonna eat healthy food. Or from here on, you only get one cheat meal a week or something, whatever you're trying to get done in your life, right? Or you look at yourself and like, Saeed, from now on when you talk to people, you're making eye contact with them, right? So little things like that. Anything that I sort of want to become, I would go to my mirror and I would talk to myself there. I would have a conversation. Or if I'm thinking about something and something is bothering me, I go to the mirror and I say, okay, Saeed. And I talk to myself in third person, or I said you, right? I say, okay, Saeed, what's bothering you? Tell me, really, be honest with me. No bullshit me here. What is bothering you? And then I'd feel the answer coming and say, oh, yeah, you're bothered because because you feel like you've been putting a lot of work into your YouTube channel, but you have no views, you have no subscribers yet. You have no one is listening to you, even though you know your content's good and you want to help people and you have good intentions. That's clearly bothering you. Just be honest with me. And then I go yeah, I am bothered. And then it's kind of like your Gollum, basically, talking to yourself from Lord of the Rings, right? They stole it from us, precious. So then, I'd have a conversation, right? And I'd be like, okay, Saeed, what you need to understand is things take time. You gotta be patient here. You gotta be positive. You gotta stay hopeful, optimistic, and trust in yourself and believe in yourself and believe in your vision. I know you're feeling down right now, but trust me, there's better days coming. And then I'd feel good after, right? I'd be like, okay, thank you. I just sort of oh, I feel good, right? And I'd sort of embody it as I'm talking. I speak with passion and with my body, right? And so maybe this is why also I talk in my videos like that, because and maybe this is why talking to videos comes so easy to me. Making a video is it's like chucking down a milkshake or something, right? For me, or eating candy. It's really easy. But as I'm talking to this camera, I see myself while talking. It feels like natural to me because I've done it so much where I talk in the mirror to myself. So when it comes to talking to you guys, when I talk to you, I'm talking to me, really. So it comes really easy for me making these videos because I've done this a lot. I've talked to the mirror, to myself, and I spoke to myself as if I was someone else. So I say, it's as if there are two people here, right? A little bit schizophrenic, but hey, we're all schizophrenic, guys. We actually all are. And I'll explain to you why this mirror technique works so well. I'm gonna explain to you in a second. But I've used this at a time where I needed to be confident, at a time where I needed to change certain belief systems, change certain behaviors in myself and become a new person, right? So at the time that I was doing this a lot, I wanted to go and talk to chicks, and I would look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, if you see a chick today and she gives you eye contact, she gives you a smile, go and say hi. And I'd hold myself accountable for it. If I look at myself in the mirror, I look myself in the eyes. And usually that worked. I started doing it. I'm like, when it came down to it in the moment, I'm like, Saeed, you look, in my mind, I'm like, Saeed, you promised yourself in the mirror today. You looked yourself in the eye and you said, if a girl gives you eye contact and smile, you're gonna go say hi. Then I would actually go and say hi. Because I'm like, well, I already promised myself. I used it at a time that I needed to use it, really. I really needed to use it. And then I started to practice making videos in front of it, right? So that's another thing. Look yourself in the eyes when you talk to yourself, because when you look, you're looking yourself through your soul when you look at yourself in the eyes, right? So I would like look myself in the eyes, and anything that I wanted to get done, anything that I wanted to do, anything that was bothering me, I would be very brutally honest with myself in front of that mirror. I would not give myself breaks, man. I would not give myself breaks. If I have been slacking, I fucking call myself out, right? You're a pussy. You know, I tell myself, you're a pussy. That's how I understand it. I grew up in the streets, right? I grew up in the streets, so that's what I would tell myself, and it would get me to do action. It would get me to get shit done, right? Just my language. That's how I understand it. And you gotta communicate yourself with your own language, right? Maybe using that kind of terminology, you're a pussy, might make you feel like really like shit, right? That might not, you know, so you use the terminology, the language, everybody speaks a certain language, right? Just the way it is. Depends where you grew up, your circumstances, where you are in life. Speak the language that you prefer to speak to yourself in the mirror. And use that mirror to change yourself. Look yourself in the eyes and make the changes. Now, I will tell you, I finally realized, that realization came to me. I realized why this is so effective. When you are speaking to the mirror in that manner, and you're talking to yourself in terms of Saeed, in terms of third person, in terms of you are allowing your higher self to channel through you and give you answers. That is exactly what's going on, guys. That I realized that the whole time it was my higher self giving me these bits of motivation and giving me these little tricks and tips, It was my higher self, you know. And when you talk to in third person, and when you talk, like you say you, and you look yourself in the eyes, you're looking yourself in your soul. When you're looking yourself in your soul, you're allowing your higher self to take control, to channel through you, and give you what you need to do and what you need to learn in life, right? So when I talk to myself and say, Saeed, don't be a pussy, well, that's just the way the Saeed character understands it, based on his upbringing, where he grew up, and how he understands, how he gets himself to be motivated, right? But it's still my higher self still getting me to do what I need to do, facing the fears that I need to face, doing the things that I need to do. And when I would look at myself in the mirror and say, Saeed, you know, be optimistic and be hopeful, better days are coming, well, that's my higher self talking through me, channeling through me, saying, yeah, don't worry, like, things are gonna be all right, you're on the right track here. And yes, better days are coming. And guess what? We're at 100,000 subscribers, guys, now on the other channel, right? Better days have indeed come. So, that's why I highly recommend that you use this technique to get shit done, to improve yourself, to change your subconscious thinking, and access your soul, and access your higher self, and channel your higher self. Because that higher self knows it all, okay? That motherfucker is wise as Gandalf. He's as wise as Gandalf, and probably even wiser. He's really wise. He knows all, knows what's best for you, looks at life from a third point of view, from an eagle's eye, right? An bird's point of view, and sees things more objectively than your ego self, right? And the best thing about your higher self is will use your ego self language and behavior to get something across. So if you're someone who understands motivation in a very rough and raw manner, kind of like what I do, your higher self will speak to you in that way. So as long, in that sense, the ends justify the means, I suppose, right? In this specific example. So your higher self will speak to you how you understand. You know, if your higher self wants you to get better, if your higher self wants you to face a certain fear, or maybe stop eating the junk food because, you know, you would much better function eating healthy, and he will speak to you, she will speak to you, it will speak to you, however you understand that higher self, right? So what I invite you to do is give this a shot. That's all I'm saying. Give this a shot. Go and talk to yourself in the mirror, okay? And just talk, have a conversation. Some of my conversations would go on for an hour sometimes. For an hour, I would discuss, what's going on, Saeed? What's bothering you here? What's happening here? Oh, maybe, I don't know, you got rejected by a girl or something. Oh, that's bothering you. That's still bothering you, Saeed? Okay, why is that bothering you? And then I'll have like entire conversations. I think, my ability to deconstruct topics and deconstruct, I rant in these videos. Some of my rants go upwards of 30 minutes, right? I think why my ability is good to do that is because of a lot of time spent in front of that mirror, deconstructing, but not just the mirror, also journaling, right? I journal. I think the ability got better because I spent time talking to myself. I spent time reflecting. I spent time having an honest, real, raw conversation with myself, which is my higher self. It's my ego self having a conversation with my higher self. My ego self is a tool for my higher self to do something in this world, which I know what it is now. It is a tool. The ego, Saeed, is a tool. It's a conduit for love. It's a conduit to spread positive energy. It's a conduit to spread loving energy to the universe. And so now I kind of am aware of this schizophrenic behavior that I have, that you have, that everybody has, and I make use of it. I understand I'm in this ego structure. I understand I'm here until my journey is done. I understand I'm here for a purpose, for a mission, for my soul, for my higher self, and I'm doing the best that I can. So I still do use this method of talking to the mirror, except for my mirror is just anywhere at this point. Like sometimes I'll be walking in public talking to myself. I don't give a fuck. I got into a point in my life where I don't give a fuck, to be honest. Like I don't see the point in giving a fuck, right? People think I'm crazy anyway, so might as well capitalize on that and do whatever the fuck a crazy person would do. So now I find myself like sometimes walking in the streets and having like out loud conversations with myself, right? So except for now, the mirror is not just the mirror anymore. It's sort of everywhere. And it's these videos also. They're a mirror, right? Literally a mirror, because I'm talking right now. You guys are not listening to what I'm saying. You listen to it when I upload. But I talk to it right now. You see, like I'm talking to a mirror. I'm seeing myself here talk, right? And clearly I like to hear myself talk. If I didn't like to hear myself talk, I wouldn't be posting so many videos and having a long rants. So anyway, that's it. God bless you all. Give this a shot. Let me know how it goes. Love every single one of you. You're all amazing. But don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.